Right, hello my darlings. Just to set the scene here a bit, I'm going to start on a new project. I've had a copy of, or I've bought a copy of Rachel's new kit called Love Letters from over at Rachel Bell Crafts. So I've had a play with the papers. I've had some printed, so I've spent a lot of time just trimming, waiting on the printer and trimming off. I found these in my stash and dug them out, set them to the side. I'll show you some of the papers now. They are really gorgeous. Very shabby chic. I haven't worked in this sort of palette in a long time, so I'm quite excited to have a go. And it's very much like French correspondence type theme. So I've printed some out single-sided, some double-sided, and ready to go. I have an inkling of a plan. So there's some there. Here as well. The pages are stunning. And no, I'm ready to have a play with these now. So I'll set these to the side a minute. And before I go any further in my sort of bone building, I've got myself a little mask here to the size that I'm after. Just use some washi tape stuck down on my mat. So this is the idea. I want to stagger the pages so I have a very flippy, Frenchy thing going on. So I've started off here, so that'll be your first page. It's not going to go together properly. It's got clips all over it at the moment. So that's going to flip out. And then that will flip out. Then that is the next page. That then is the next page, and that one will flip out. And then the next page, that flips out. And then your last page will go in there. So I've kind of got a sort of base page on the bottom, a flip stuck on the top, a base page at the top with a flip stuck on the bottom, which is on the other side, and then a base page in the center with a flip added to its edge. So that's the idea. So before I go any further, I just wanted to jump on and see if I could catch that on camera. And next I'm going to ink edges and attach these sort of basic bones together and then see where I go from there. So that's all from me for now, and I'll be back in a bit. Right, jump back on to show you the last one and how I've folded it. So I've used the washi tape outline to make sure that I'm within the sort of size that I'm aiming for, and just keeping pressure on the paper with my fingers, pushing down to make sure it doesn't shift. And glue with art glitter these in. Get this last one now, and I'll show you how they're looking. And there we go. And this is it's a book weight. I've had it for years. It's just a leather strap with a couple of like heavy lead pellets in it, and it's an absolute godsend sometimes. So that one goes in here, and show you the other ones now. So just using this to eyeball it, I now have the bones of my 3 signatures. So they're gonna get the pen back in Artie before he gets upset. So I've got so that page, something will go there. I've inked it in frayed burlap. Some of these pages by Rach, I've already got that sort of burlappy aged effect around the edges as well. And these were printed onto A4 and then just trimmed because I don't have borderless. So it's going to go that way. That's going to open out. Now I've only glued the 2 sides, so I've still got this space back here to play with. on every single one. And I haven't decided if I'm going to round corners or anything yet, or where I'm going to round corners. Like I said, just bone building. That opens out. That's going to open. And then out again. Close. Open. Out. Looks like an antique garden center invoice, doesn't it? In. And again, that's not been glued yet, but it is attached. And last page. And the same on these three. So that opens out. Over. Over. That opens out on that side. And there's a tuck in the void. And then that opens out. And again, a big void in there. So yeah, that's the idea. I've never quite assembled one like this before, but it shall be interesting. So that one opens out, and so on through the journal. So that's about the stage where I'm at now. So on to what happens next. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. But right, thank you for watching. Right, now that my pages are in, I've decided I'm not going to cover all that white with, I didn't back all the white sides of the single-sided, that's what I meant to say. So I think I'm going to go for something like that. Embrace the white, but stencil it. I've pulled out 3 ones here. I've got Victorian velvet, frayed burlap, weathered wood. And I've got I think this is Stamperia, and I think that one is Lavinia. These are my 2 favorite ones. I don't have many stencils, but these 2 I absolutely love. So I'm going to go show you. These need to go away to dry, so they'll all have some sort of washed out stencil effect on them before I go on to any further stages. So that one is on that side, going that way. So I'm just going to use a piece of printer paper, and this printer paper won't go to waste. I call them my ghost pages. I use them for all sorts once they get too grungy to be bothered with. So now this one I'm going to try, that one was the weathered wood. Try the Victorian velvet on this one. All these ink pads I've had second hand from like crafty stashes and things like that. So they're not great. I'm hoping that's not going to be too pink. On my sample board, it looks alright. But I'm not going to press down very hard, just very, very lightly. Go over them so that when things are added to them, you've just got this as a background. So now I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm coming to the end of my holiday from work, so one more weekend then and back to the grind. But had a chance to do a little bit of treasure hunting this week, so there's that. Couple of coffees out with friends, and went to Cardiff for the day, and I've walked miles. So now I'm still working on the Great Ugly. This, of course, is going to be for Rich and Bella's when I eventually get the video pieced together. Let's have a look at this. Ooh, I like. Don't move. Do that a little bit at the bottom here. Just very, very lightly over the top, and ooh, I do like that. That's kind of like a really washed out sort of rose pink. I'll hold it up for a moment. Let's get this frayed burlap. I need to order some more of these brushes. I keep forgetting. And get some edging going on around the edges. Now, I do have a Cricut machine. It's not, I haven't spent a great deal of time learning to use it, but I do want to have a go making my own stencils on that. I had a couple of rudimentary goes, because I really don't have that many stencils at all. A little bit more around that edge, and let's have a look. Hold it up now. So that won't go to waste. I'll use this page for, I also use these pages to clean my stencils. So that's it, sort of washed out. It's almost like a gray pink. What was it called again? Victorian velvet. So that one was that one. And this one was the other one in the blue. So I'm going to carry on now for a few minutes off camera and do this to the rest of these and set them over to dry. And I'll be back. Right, and all inked now. So let's stick these back together. That was that one, and that one. I think that's the third signature. Not that it matters, because I'm likely to change my mind, but this is how we begin the process, the absolute mad process of making a junk journal. So no, I'm quite pleased with the stenciling and how it's come out, especially that sort of worn pink color from that Victorian velvet. And these are really old. I've had them in a de-stash sale. So no, those are those. Done. Ready. And I'm going to call a full stop here, because my next step is to shop in my stash. I need to go through the room and with some little baskets or trays and see what I've got that complements the gorgeous shabby chic colors in this kit. And I'll link Rachel Bella down below, and the kit is called Love Letters. So thank you so much for watching. Take care, my darlings. Be back soon. Bye.